Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your April 2024 tarot and astrology reading. I hope you guys are doing great. It is always wonderful to see you here, and I do appreciate your time and energy. Get a chance, please do hit that subscribe and like button. It always helps my channel out, and I thank you so much for doing that. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'm going to start out with a couple of oracle cards, and we're going to get some major energies and keywords for your month of April ahead. All right, Gemini, we have openness, and we have that big full moon on there, so I feel like there's some energy carrying over possibly from this big lunar eclipse full moon in Libra that we just had at the end of March. It also may be kind of revving you up for the next full moon in Scorpio. That will be on April 23rd. So keep that in mind. Those full moon cycles may be really strong for you at this time. You may be experiencing a lot more emotion, a lot more a vibration of just wanting to be open and wanting to communicate very, very strongly with others. So stay open to the new experiences and the energy coming through in your life, and pay attention to those big full moons this month. Next, let's get a numerology card and another key word for you, Gemini. And we do have healing with the number 66. To me, that's a very strong energy of love and heart healing as well, because the number 6 corresponds so much to our relationships and to our heart chakra center. This could also, of course, be physical healing. We do have the 6 and the 6 adding up to a 12, and then the 12, the 1 and 2 adding up to a 3. So this could also be healing your creative center. If you haven't felt super inspired lately in any particular way, this could be a month where you're really healing some old part of yourself that really brings a lot more inspiration, a lot more growth. Ultimately, you could also be healing a relationship this month. We do have a Mercury retrograde, and that's a big deal for you guys. That is starting, funny enough, on April Fool's Day, April the 1st. We're getting our Mercury retrograde in the sign of Aries, and Mercury will be in Aries until May the 16th, which is a long time for Mercury to stay in a sign at a time. So Gemini, this is your ruling planet. That's why it's a big deal. And I would say that, this is a time where you're really going to be rethinking and revisiting, maybe reconnecting with certain people from your past. It's a time to really work through anything that needs to be worked through, anything that hasn't been tied up. It's a great time to tie up loose ends, complete old projects, get old things done if you've been putting them off. Mercury retrogrades are not the greatest time to start new things. I've always said that. Not a good time to make major purchases, things that you might have to return later after the Mercury retrograde is over. But it is a wonderful time to, reconnect, revisit, reschedule, replan, rethink, reorder. All the rewords always apply during a Mercury retrograde. So let's get into some gemstones and crystals. Let's see what would be most helpful for you to use this month. And we have the cerussite. So if you're doing any traveling, Gemini, this is a great crystal to use. It does relate to travel, does relate to the root and the crown, so really literally top to bottom on the chakras. It kind of covers all the bases there. I'd also recommend the beautiful green stone malachite. If you're doing any traveling, that's a great stone for travel. And on the bottom of the deck, oh yes, we have the moonstone, folks. I'm actually wearing a moonstone pendant. You can't see it right now, but that's what I've got on because when we're dealing with these eclipses and these very powerful lunar occultations, we really, a moonstone can be very helpful. So get yourself a moonstone, charge it up with your intentions. And, this relates to the crown chakra as well as the cerussite to the crown. So you might as well be bringing in some really inspired new thought through this period of time as well. Let's get a spiritual guardian or guide before we start your tarot. So So let's see, Spirit, which of you wants to come in and help Gemini out the most for April 2024? And we have Diana, which, I love her. She's the goddess of the hunt. She's also called Artemis. Focused intention. There it is, It's going to be a little cloudy, a little fuzzy for everyone on their mind, and on their thinking may not be as clear as they would like it to be. So she's really coming in to help you out with focusing those intentions, really having that, mental clarity that's a little bit harder to find during a Mercury retrograde. But think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcomes, Gemini. Again, like I said, charging up a moonstone, getting ready for that big full moon at the end of the month, right? That's all going to help you to set your intention. Even if your mind is a little fuzzy, or thoughts aren't the most clear throughout the month, you can still set those intentions and say, here's what I would like to either accomplish, complete, bring to fruition, or just close out an old cycle, as we move through this month of April. Let's get into your tarot. We're going to see what we have got for you guys. Let's see what we have, Spirit, for Gemini. A nice, big, accurate, clear picture for them. Everything they need to know for their highest and best good for April 2024, please. And we start with the Queen of Wands. Very nice. Yep. No, these are good. Very nice. All right. Let's jump right in here, Gemini. Queen of Wands is at the heart of your Celtic cross. This is your main energy. To me, she's that Leo queen, Aries queen, has that very strong fire energy, confident, independent, really has that very beautiful energy to most people. So this is really reminding you to step into your confidence, step into the best parts of yourself. She is also very magical to me. She always, is pictured with the little black cat. She is very aware of the spiritual world, the spiritual life. She knows how to use her magic to create and obtain what she wants. She's also very generous energy, one of the most generous queens, because she knows that no matter how much love, energy, encouragement she gives to others, she always has more where that comes from. And we are in Aries season, very, very strong Aries energy this month. So it is definitely time to shine your light brightly, Gemini, and be who you truly are. Don't hide parts of yourself. The right people will absolutely respond to who you truly are. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So as I say about everyone, we are all a work in progress, and you may be feeling this a little bit more than usual this month, because the Seven of Pentacles is all about planting those seeds, planting that energy, growing what you want to see come to fruition. Taurus season begins on the 19th. That's when the sun will move into Taurus. And, after the 25th, that's when the Mercury retrograde will be over. So I'm going to say really, especially the last week of this month and moving into the first 3 weeks of May, those are going to be a really positive time to plant your intentions, to literally grow your garden. And I think that you'll start to come into a greater understanding of yourself. I also think this is a very important month to cultivate good habits, good routines for yourself. It's kind of like you are the garden. That's how I feel about that combination. You need to water yourself, feed yourself, take good care of yourself in order to see the best of yourself emerge to fullness. In the immediate past, we have the Six of Swords. So you're leaving behind some old drama, leaving behind some old difficulties. This is a card of transition, right? And I do feel like it's always about leaving behind something that has not been healthy for you, and you're going to calmer waters, going to a more peaceful place. Yeah, and you're saying, yeah, that didn't work out, but I'm good. Like I'm taking what I need and I'm leaving the rest behind, right? And I'm not looking back. I'm moving ahead to something that's going to be so much better for me. So I do feel you're coming into your month with that mindset of cutting your losses, moving on to calmer shores. Yep, absolutely. Look at that King of Swords, Aquarius energy on both of these cards. So I do feel absolutely, it may have been emotional at the time when you made the decision or you left something behind because we do have water, the symbol of emotion, showing up in the Six of Swords. But the Swords is an intellectual energy. It's similar to you, Gemini. Aquarius is a fellow air sign. So I do feel that you left behind something, and even if it was emotional, you definitely made the head over heart decision. It was like, no matter how much I feel about something, this is not practical, it's not logical, it's not functioning, it's not working. So you left behind something that was potentially toxic, potentially damaging or unhealthy, and I feel like you really cut something off very strongly. Moving into the future, we're going into the Justice card, Libra energy. This is about balance, fairness, harmony. Sometimes I could say that, with justice, it's like you may be getting a justice, you may be getting something, really going in your favor. Maybe something unfair was done to you in the past, and now, it's time for fairness to come back to you. I like all of these signs for you because they're all in harmony, with your own sign here, Gemini. So I really like the fact that you're bringing that in because I feel like you're not pushing the river. I feel like you're more in the flow of life rather than resisting it. So that always feels nice. I also would say, with justice, it's important to be able to see two sides of both stories, right? You may have been caught up in your head about something. Nine of Swords is a very challenging card because it really is. It's like you're stuck in your mind. You're stuck in, difficult thoughts that it's very hard to release yourself from. That is the challenging part of being an air sign because your mental body is very active and you think a lot, right? And sometimes that, of course, leads to overthinking and worries, and it can keep you up at night. So, this is a time to really release overthinking, especially if you're overthinking something and you're like, oh, that wasn't fair. Why did that happen? Why isn't there justice for me, etc. I would not overthink it because I believe the justice is coming for you. Even if it's slow to come, even if you haven't felt like it's arrived just yet, of course, this is in that future position. So try not to overthink this. Try not to over worry it, Gemini. In the subconscious position here, what's going on in your heart of hearts is the Three of Cups. It is a Cancerian energy, Mercury energy, so it is definitely time to get out, celebrate. I feel like you're kind of wanting to reconnect with friends and your circle of support and be a little happier, right? To me, it's like Three of Cups is like getting together with your friends, laughing, having a good dinner, doing something fun together, maybe even planning a trip or something like that together. But I do feel like you need that at this time. You might be feeling even a little bit lonely here, Gemini. So it's like you're really desiring to reach out and connect with people that really love you and support you. Yes, Queen of Swords. We have the King and we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is all your air signs come in and around you. Aquarius, Libra is very strong here. But I do feel like, there's a part of you that has really cut something negative out, and you are not, you might be feeling a little lonesome, but you're not so lonely that you're willing to accept people that aren't good. And if you have cut out certain elements or certain people from your, friendship circle or from, who you used to socialize with, this could even be saying, you're going forward and making new friends or making new associations because you have a higher standard for who you'll connect with going forward. Very interesting. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit is the King of Pentacles. Taurus King, practical leader. This is prosperity, security. This is a very stable energy. It can be very focused on making money. So Spirit's definitely letting you know you may be very focused on your business life and on your work life. Which isn't wrong. It's not wrong to focus on that sometimes. We've all got to do it. But I also feel like, Spirit's kind of telling you, you are more focused on stability. You are more focused on something that can last the test of time rather than things that just come and go very frequently at this point. Yeah, 10 of Wands coming up. And so Spirit's also, I feel like, letting you know here, Gemini, that if you've been working very hard on something and maybe it's really been kind of a burden or kind of a weight on your shoulders, I believe that's coming to a finish. It's coming to a close. 10 of Wands is really like, getting something challenging completed. Maybe it took a lot of effort, a lot of work to get there, but you're getting ready to complete that, and it's going to feel really good once you do. Let's get into some extra advice on your reading. Ooh, and we have 6 of Wands. Yeah, there is some kind of success or victory here going on for you, Gemini. We have 2 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Cups. There's definitely something you are releasing. There is absolutely, both, from the immediate past and in the outcome here. So 6 of Wands, suggested approach. I would absolutely approach everything right now with a successful mindset. Like, yes, I'm going to make this work. Yes, this is going to be good for me. Yes, this is going to be, something I'm proud of. And if you don't feel that sort of positivity around something, it may be time, to rethink it or reconsider if that's really something that is good for you. Because right now it's all about putting your mindset in that positive frame. And the Ace of Cups. So I feel like there's a lot of abundance here, spiritually, emotionally. I would seek for the good outcomes here, because that's really your major advice here. It's like approach things with a sense of abundance, with a sense that you are not lacking in any way, Gemini. You've already got what it takes. You already have, support from Spirit, support from the universe, and you can succeed. You can be recognized for all of your achievements and for your self-worth. Going into what you need to know, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Don't work too hard, Gemini. I do see you working very hard this month and maybe feeling a bit weighed down. You do have some choices to make. You might be doing a little multitasking, but to me, 2 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, and it kind of tells you, like, don't work yourself too hard. You've got to balance, having a good time and also getting things done on that practical level. So just keep that in mind. Yep, and there we have our Queen of Wands again. Yes, you've got her twice. So, there she comes out. And I would say this is, again, believe in yourself. Have that confidence. Have that glowing spirit. Don't work at things from a place of lack. Don't work at it from like, oh, I just never have enough, and oh, I'm not good enough. Da, 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 da. This is really about believing in yourself. As cheesy as that might sound, that's very much what this is. Going into the hopes and fears, we have the Page of Pentacles. So you may be a little nervous about starting a new adventure, starting a new job, starting a new investment. But the Page of Pentacles is only telling us you need to just invest a little bit here at a time. It's not telling us to, jump in full force. It's just saying take the next step, do the next thing, whatever feels, right to do next. That's what you got to do. Even if you're a little bit afraid of it, Gemini, it's okay to be nervous as long as you keep going. That's what courage is. That's what bravery is. And yes, there we have it. The 9 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. I really feel like, the only thing you have to fear is fear itself. That's very much what's coming up here, is like your own thoughts, your own judgment, your own worries, your own doubts. No one can set you free from that but yourself. So it is definitely time to get out of your worried mind or overthinking. whether it's doing some meditation, being more physically active, all of those kind of things I know help me personally, but whatever it is for you that helps you step out of overthinking about something, that's what I would put into practice. Eight of Cups is the outcome card. We got that big full moon. Like I said, a lot of that lunar energy. So definitely get that moonstone for yourself, Gemini, because this is all about letting something go. Saturn in Pisces, right? We are in Saturn in Pisces currently. So I do feel that with Saturn and Pisces in general, we're all releasing things that are not healthy for us emotionally, spiritually. We can just sense it. And so, Eight of Cups is letting go of something that hasn't been, satisfying to you spiritually, emotionally. And it's time to keep the journey going, because the next card out is the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment, which is the life of your dreams. So keep going. Don't give up. Absolutely believe in yourself. This is a month where you're truly cultivating your own best interest and your best worth. And we have the Knight of Wands coming in, sorry. Fiery energy. So it's like, not only are you letting something go or continuing to move on, I think you're very passionate about it. And again, to me, I think of fire signs and fire energy as positive and upbeat and motivated. And optimistic in general, right? Lighting the fire of enthusiasm. So I wouldn't say like, oh, sigh, I have to keep moving on. No, it's like, I get to keep moving. I get to keep growing. I'm so excited about what's going to come next. That's the energy that you want to be in. On the bottom of the decks, we have the King of Wands and we have the Four of Wands. Very powerful, fiery energy. Love that we get the King of Wands as a companion to our Queen of Wands, which came out twice in this reading. So leadership, moving forward, happy home, happy energy around you, celebratory, yet again. This could be even meeting, a soulmate for those of you that are single. This could be really coming into contact with somebody who really brings out the best in you. But mostly this month, I feel, is very much a journey of yourself. It's a journey of really kind of pumping yourself up and feeling very good about who you are, and cultivating good habits mentally and emotionally. Let's get an affirmation on this for you. And we have compassion, yes, with Kuan Yin coming in. Be compassionate towards yourself here, Gemini. Do not be beating up on yourself this month. All is well. Understand your present situation through unconditional love and forgiveness. Embody compassion and open your heart to kindness. Kuan Yin is there to protect and heal you. You and your loved ones are safe. Absolutely love this. I especially love the fact that Kuan Yin is associated with the dragon. She, rides on the back of a powerful dragon, which is her ally. We are in the year of the dragon, so to me that just amplifies her power even more for you. All right, Gemini, have an amazing April and be blessed. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care.